Hello everybody, Jackson here today with my little brother Chubbz.
What's up, everyone?
And today we're going to be talking about the coalition to stop toxism in gaming 2018 and beyond. The Fair Play Alliance. I'm sorry we laugh because this group does have good intentions. The problem is that you're combating something that you're just not going to be able to beat.
At all.
You can't change human nature.
The goals on this are like so wide and broad that it sounds about as productive as curing cancer.
Yeah, you'd have a better chance of curing cancer, I think. The thing about this is when I think toxism in gaming, I have a different version of it. Like when someone calls me something, no matter how harsh it is, like of a word, the connotations of said word, like the F word, the N word, like whatever word.
Right.
I don't care. I really don't care. Like, I'm just like, whatever. Okay? What thing to me that's toxic is teams, when you get on a team and someone's feeding.
Right.
Right? And not because they're poor at the game or they don't know what they're doing. They're intentionally feeding the other team.
To piss you
just
off.
To troll.
To piss off the team. That's happened a lot in League of Legends.
All right. Another thing. Oh, League of Legends, Smite, Battleborn.
Oh, yeah.
There were people who were doing it in Battleborn, okay? So that's the sort of person I think of as being toxic. Another sort of thing is like someone who understands a game and picks a character that's counterproductive to the composition of the team, and they pick it last. Like in many instances, like Smite, fucking League of Legends, it's by, your team picks, their team picks. Your team picks, their team picks, right?
Right, in the ranked mode, but in the non-ranked mode, you can still call out your roles.
Yeah, you can call out your role.
Like a huge part of the game.
Yeah.
You know?
And so if you call out, say you call out jungle and you pick a jungle, you lock it in, and there's one person who hasn't picked or called out, and then they pick a jungle character. That person, and I'm not saying 99% or 100% of the time, that person's a piece of shit.
Right.
Like, they might just be a new player. They might just not know.
Yeah.
Right? But if they're doing it and they're knowing that they're doing it, that's toxic to me. Call me whatever you fucking want. Right? Because I know who I am. I have a very, inner idea of who I am.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And nothing anyone calls me is ever gonna fucking hurt my feel-bats.
Well, it's because it's all surface.
It's all surface bullshit.
They can't see you. They don't know you personally.
Yeah.
They're just making fun of you based off of how you sound.
Now, here's the thing about this. So this is people from, it's Riot, Blizzard, CCP, Twitch, Discord, Epic Games. Huge list of publishers and developers that are in this Fair Play Alliance. Now, I like the idea of a Fair Play Alliance. However, what exactly is not fair play about someone saying a word?
Right.
Okay, and here's the thing about this, is these trolls are going to continually do this stupid shit because it gets them attention.
Well, not only that, but the troll only has as much power as you give them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? They are trying to get you emotionally upset. So the more emotionally upset you get, it just feeds that person.
Yeah, exactly. And it gives them a power over you.
Yes.
Right? And you shouldn't let someone you don't know, someone who has no idea who you are, offend you to that level where they have power over your emotions, where they call you a word and you're given in so much by it that it's hurting you as a person.
Right.
Right? I think you have to be a very insecure person in order to be offended by some rando bullshit online. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Do people take it too far? Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. It's completely anonymous. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That adds a power to the troll that they don't have. And this idea that, well, maybe they shouldn't be anonymous. Maybe we should fucking put these people on blast. It's like, stop giving them attention.
Yeah, stop giving them power.
It's recently fucking, there was a story I read, and it was about Ninja, that Fortnite Twitch streamer that's making like fucking $500,000 a month, okay? He was doing a freestyle rap. He said nigga in it, okay? And he's a white kid.
Right.
So that's wrong, right? Like, we have to hate him for that, and that's wrong, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, to me personally, I think by writing a story and dedicating a full-page article on him, you're giving more power to him than he deserves.
Exactly.
Right? It's a freestyle rap. He's not saying it in anger. He's not saying it to denigrate anybody or hurt anybody's feelings. He's just freestyle rapping. He probably listens to a lot of rap. Nigga gets said a lot in rap.
Right.
I'm sorry, but that's the fucking reality of the world we live in. I'm sorry if that's something that offends you. Don't listen to fucking rap music. Don't watch fucking Ninja stream. It's literally that fucking simple. If that word causes you so much duress that you gotta go, oh, fucking Ninja said fucking racist fucking statement in a freestyle rap. What a racist fuck. And like have it buried, the instance buried behind like 3 warnings. 3 fucking trigger warnings like this fucking tweet contains adult content. This fucking clip contains adult content. It's like, motherfucker, that music is on the fucking radio.
Yeah.
Right? Kids are listening to that music all the time.
They're probably...
And I don't think this word is what you think it is anymore. And I'm not going to say that there's not fucking dumb, backwards ass motherfuckers out there who are going to use that word to hurt somebody based on something they can't fucking control, based on something that means nothing at the end of the day, because what we are on the outside is fucking dick. That's, you know, that's material. It's gone. But what we are inside is what really fucking matters. Right? And so I think if you're getting offended by that, right, you need to not get offended by shit like that.
Right.
Just don't. Fuck them. Who cares?
They don't know you.
They don't know you. And in that instance, like, this isn't even like PewDiePie, which I was like, really? We're going to blow up about that? Like, a fucking why?
Right.
By giving it that attention, you're showing people online this word has power. If you use this word, you're going to get a full-page article written about you. You'll get blown up like PewDiePie. Because that's what kids see.
Oh, yeah.
These kids that are trolls, that are literally... I mean, Chris was the biggest fucking troll I ever knew. All right? My little brother Chris, when I first met him, we were in a fucking computer bar. It was called Cyber War, and a couple of friends of ours owned it. He knew them through school. I knew them through, I think, school as well, but I wasn't in school at the time. But I had friends who went to school who knew them. We all just sort of went to this fucking place. We, you know, get drunk, smoke weed. It was fucked up. Like, we were kids. We shouldn't have been fucking around like that. But it was a good time because it was, you know, you sit down, you play some fucking, you know, Counter-Strike, play some Tribes, play some fucking Warcraft 3, you know, with your friends, Diablo 2, whatever. And it was a great time. And the guys who ran it were just like, they were never going to make money off that place with us little assholes around constantly just begging for free time. And they were so nice. Fucking Trevor and Sam, they were the shit, dude. They were just like, here you go, fucking, here, I'll comp you an hour. Like, fuck off, stop bothering me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you give them the guilt trip, like, man, like, everyone's playing and I don't have any money, and like, come on, man, just fucking, you know? And so, like, that's the thing about it. Like, when I met Chris, he was a fucking open, no-scoping motherfucker in Counter-Strike. Like, he was just a kid, he was pure, and he had that, you know, that perfect, you know, aiming and fucking, he was just so good at it. Like, it would piss people off. So I was in a match with him, and I just fucking spawn in, and then I'd be dead. We were playing, I can't remember what it's called, but it was the snow map with, like, the 3 lanes, and, like, you know what I mean?
And it was all just, like, one giant
wide
circle.
open, yeah. And in the right place, you could see the enemy spawn point. And he'd just jump and fucking no scope op, jump, no scope op, jump. Headshot. Yeah, dude, just fucking over and over again. And it drove me so mad to the point, because I was a kid too. I think I was only like 16, 17 at the time. And I was like, who the fuck keeps sniping me with the op? And I hear Chris go, it's me, you fat ass motherfucker. And at the time, I was really big. I was a bloated kid, you know. I was playing Nintendo and fucking games all the time. And I was fucking eating tons of food and soda, like 2 or 3 44-ounce sodas a day. So I was a big kid. And that was something that, like, I got called a lot. And it never really offended me. But I heard Chris say it in this, like, little kid voice. And I was like, motherfucker. And I walked over there and I was like, why are you talking shit? And he was like, because I can, bitch. And I just started laughing because he was just this young kid. And he was, you know what I mean?
Because I can.
Because I can, bitch. And I just started laughing. And I, you know, he, like I said, I consider him a brother now. Like, I've known him for so long. We've gone through so much shit together. Fucking lost friends together. Like, he's my fucking brother. You know what I mean? More so than a lot of people. And I could, because I have a weird definition of family. Like, to me, family are people who are there supporting you, that are there for the fucked moments of your life, that are there when you're on the ground and you need somebody to give you a hand up. And like, that's family to me. And so that's the thing, is like, he would be considered toxic, right? Like, based on this. And I don't think he was toxic. I think he was just a kid.
You say that same exact scenario nowadays, and you would hear it be like a blow up. And
Yeah.
like, he's fat shaming the person.
Oh yeah,
and,
he was
girl.
fat shaming me and my body type, and it's nothing I
like
could control,
a
even though I
huge-
was sucking down 4 44-ounce Pepsis a fucking day.
Yeah, it would be like all over the news as like
Yeah.
toxic gaming.
It'd
and
be
fucking...
blown out of proportion, and it's that's the thing, is like, I wasn't offended. It was like, I just had this moment where I just started laughing. I was like, the ball's on this kid. I'm like, you're on my fucking team next time.
Yeah.
And after that, I just started getting on his team, you know, and fucking, we kind of grew a bond through that. And it gets to this point where I don't think all these kids are toxic. I don't think all these kids are trolls. I think that maybe they're just kids who are fucking, you know, playing a game anonymously and can say shit like that.
Yeah.
When they can't say shit like that under normal circumstances. You can't be in school saying shit like that you can say online.
Right.
Where it doesn't matter, where it goes out into the ether, and this idea that everyone in that space needs to get offended by this is ridiculous to me.
Right. And I'm not saying that, like, people who, like, talk crap and say slurs and offensive names to other people, name calling, that's not toxic. I just think that there's varying levels of toxicity, and that's, like, on the bottom scale.
It's because
You know what I mean?
It's something that can only affect you if you let it.
Yes, it's
right?
the equivalency.
But someone picking a character that they know is bad for the team and then feeding the opposing team and fucking losing you the match, especially in these games that you have fucking created Alliance of Fair Play to be extremely competitive.
Right, and extremely long matches.
Your ladder systems, everything like that. And so there's this sense of like wanting to progress through the ranking system that's there.
In order to do that, you have to play a single match that can go upwards of like an hour and a half in ranked mode.
Well, not in Overwatch per se,
Well, not
but in
Overwatch.
some
In
of these
League of
MOBAs.
Legends,
Yeah, in
so,
these
yeah.
MOBAs, Smite too. I mean,
It
lots
can
of
go
games.
a long time, and so when you get those people, like, for example, people who intentionally feed or intentionally pick a character that breaks the composition of the meta in a MOBA, for example.
Yeah.
Like, these are more toxic than anything because it ruins an entire match. And an entire match is, like, it's a very long time. 50 minutes to an hour is a short one.
And so there's this idea, though, that person needs to be given the benefit of the doubt and said that, oh, well, maybe he's just a new player. And that's fine. I agree with that. Like, I would do that.
Right.
Unless they were obviously intentionally feeding, I was never hard on people.
And you could often catch
You
the
could
people,
tell.
because in League of Legends specifically, they would jump in and they would say something like jungle or feed or mid or feed.
Yeah, they'd
like,
say it.
I'm going this role or I am feeding and fucking up the rest of this game for everybody
And then the
involved.
greatest part is you let them go that role, and then they suck at that role, and they
Yeah.
end up feeding anyway, and you're like, so it was really feed or feed, right?
Yeah, feed or feed.
So that's, you know, they overdive into the tower at level like 2. You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You cannot get that kill. You cannot get that kill, right? Just because the fucking guide you read says that you're supposed to get that kill doesn't mean you have to get that kill. It's better to survive, run back in the jungle, level up, come back again for another try when they're lower at health, or, you know, out pushing the fucking tower more where you can get safe hits on them. But it's like, that's besides the point.
But that's all part of the gameplay of learning the dance
And
and
that
back
is-
and forth.
And that is the
between you
game
and the
that
other
these
people.
fucking people made.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So these people are making these games that are extremely competitive, that are easy to throw. Because if you have a 5-man team and one person isn't that good, which is forgivable, it's not their fault. They'll get, you know, they'll need time to learn. And I'm all for that. Like, I played a lot of matches with Battleborn where I saw people doing stupid shit. I'd just turn on my mic and I'd say, hey guys, try doing this. Try to come flank them from the left, you know, in
Just
a minute.
offer some tips.
Yeah, like go back, fucking get crystals, focus on building buildables. That's going to level you up until you can, you know, match these guys and go in, because people would just dive and get killed.
Oh yeah.
At level, you know, like 1. Like,
And
what's that wrestler
especially-
character?
Oh. El Dragon.
El Dragon. El Dragon was very hard to play because he was very squishy. But if you could get a few levels and dive in on them and match them at level, like, he also had tons of output damage. He was a fucking glass cannon to the max.
Oh yeah.
So, like, I was very successful playing him, but every time I'd see one on the enemy team, I'd just be like, I'm gonna eat this guy. Because a lot of people didn't know how to play him. So I would get on, if I had an El Dragon, I'd say, hey, look, like, try this, you know, do this. You want to wait until you're about level 3 when you have, like, your damage AoE and stuff. Then you just run in, dive on the fucking minions, get out.
It's a lot of hit and run.
Yeah,
with him.
a lot of hit and run with him. And so I try to throw people tips, because I don't mind that. What I mind is when you're intentionally doing it just to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like, that to me is way more toxic than someone who's, like, saying fucking...
Surface comments.
Because guess what? I can just go in the fucking... This is like, Christopher Castillo brought this up. He was like, imagine if only there was a fucking way that you could block these people. Weird.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, it exists for
in almost all of these games.
everything. You can block the user. You can block, you know what I mean? And like Blizzard recently, and this is a great idea. But it's stupid because people are going to abuse it. They're saying, like, basically there's 2 to 3 different types of reporting, where you can report people for toxic behavior, which is, you know, cursing and bad words. Or you can, you know, report people as, I don't want this teammate next time because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
And they're saying, like, we need different categories for these because it's not the same. Like, someone, and I agree, like, someone who
Right.
doesn't know how to play the game isn't the same as some little fucking fucker who's screaming out N-word, F-word, you know, all day, like, bitch, blah, 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 just
Right.
spewing bullshit, right? Because because it's an open, you know. The thing is these people that are picking the wrong character because they don't understand team comp and they're still getting the grip on the game, they're going to get reported as toxic. People are just going to be like, oh, what a toxic fuck.
Yeah.
He didn't pick the character that I told him to
Look
pick,
at how
so
many
he's toxic.
kills he has. He's a
Yeah.
feeder.
Yeah.
You know?
You know,
it's like...
he's not. But people are going to label him that anyway. So that's the thing. Like, this idea that the community can report and accurately report what is toxic and what is not is ridiculous, because that's entirely subjective upon the person.
Yeah.
For me, for instance, if someone calls me a faggot ass nigger, guess what? I'm just gonna go, cool, you're fucking 10.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna care. I'm gonna turn on the fucking, you know, the party screen. I'm gonna mute the little fucker. I'm gonna go about my day, continue playing the
It's
game.
the equivalent of a toddler calling you poo-poo face and you being like, oh...
He called me a poo face.
I
It
can't
really is.
believe
It's
it.
just words. It's baseless bullshit, and it only has
is
as much
the-
power as you give it.
It is the
That's,
most...
I'm a firm believer.
It is
of
the
that.
most surface of surface comments. It is when they make fun of you deep down, pull out personal, you know, emotional things.
Which they can't do because they
'Cause
do not
don't
know you.
That is why they are bringing up the most basic. And I mean, it's not like they can't even see you. They're just hearing your voice.
Yes.
They're hearing your voice and they're being like, okay, I'm gonna throw a couple of words at him, and which one sticks
Yeah.
with an offensive and gets him emotional?
And then
I'm gonna
but
follow that.
Then these people like talk to him, and they're like, "Don't you say that?" You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They respond to it.
Well,
It's like,
that's-
just put them on mute. How hard is it to
Exactly.
fucking hit this damn thing, go to the player and hit mute? If the game doesn't have that option, don't play that fucking game.
Well, yeah.
Like, you can block, I'm pretty sure you can block even in League of Legends people so you don't see their typing.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, and
So-
in Smite as well.
So it's like, why do you care?
In games of like Call of Duty, you can mute the player, but if you don't want to mute anybody, you can just open up your separate chat party through your system, right? Like your Xbox
Yeah.
or your PlayStation.
And block them there.
And then you're not hearing any of the voice chat from the game. You're just hearing your own voice
Yeah,
chat party.
you just get in your own party and then you don't even hear them.
And that controls who you want
And
in
I
that
did
party.
that. I did that all the time in Battleborn because I'd be playing Battleborn with you, and I just want to talk to you or, you know, Chris or fucking Toxic or anyone else I played Battleborn with for a little bit. Fucking Cass and Trev.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That way, you only hear the people that you're with. You know they're cool because they're your friends.
Yeah.
Right? And you don't have to listen to anybody else. And the thing is like, they act like this is something that needs to be fought, that needs to be combated. Like these fucking little bastards and their fucking dirty words. We got to take them out. And it's like, look, like by doing this, by having an entire organization addressing toxic people and saying we don't want any of it, and someday we're gonna stomp it out.
We're gonna find out where it comes from, the source of toxicity.
It comes from your games that are incredibly competitive. That's the thing. The most toxic people, if you go look up like toxic Overwatch people, like people who are saying this hateful shit, I'm not gonna defend these fucking words.
Right.
I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna get offended by them. They don't fucking offend me.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care.
And I'm not gonna. And I'm not gonna defend these little shitheads who are obviously trying to just get a rise out of you. Yeah. I'm just gonna say, you know, have the player option to mute those people so that you don't have to hear them.
And it's that simple.
Everything has that option. Even social media, you can block people from
that you
your
don't
bubble.
like.
Yeah. You know, you just can bubble yourself in with people that you like and who you know respect you, and you know you respect them.
And why is it such a thing that, like, that's not enough? Because clearly that's not enough. Like you say, that option's been around for fucking long time now.
It's clearly not enough.
Why is it not enough, though? Like, at what point do we get to this point where it's not enough that you can take the control in your hands as a player and silence anyone you don't want to hear? Block them, make it so you never have to, because it's like you're fucking, at that point it's like you're a crusader trying to stop humans from being fucking humans, right? Like, I'm gonna stop people from being offensive. How about you stop people from being offended?
Right?
Then there's no way to be offensive because you're not being offended.
But this is something that is a part of human nature. I mean, we all should have learned this being kids. I mean, kids are the most vicious fucking assholes in the world. And it's not even like they're like pulling out your personal character flaws or talking shit on you as a human being or digging down deep and going for the guts, you know. They're just making fun of your surface appearance.
Yeah, like how you look.
How you smell, you know, like certain just surface comments. But they will do it, and like when you're a kid especially.
Yeah. Well, it's because everything's surfaced to you, too. You haven't realized that there's this internal person that no one can fucking touch.
But being a kid and having kids make fun of you, it like kind of like hardens you a little bit. You start to realize after so many times of getting pissed off and emotional that, well, why am I reacting that way?
Yeah.
Because that's not just who I am. I'm not just like a fat, tall guy, you know? Yeah. I'm not just, you know, this, that, or the other that's just my appearance or my surface, you know? Yeah. There's an entire inner working in the brain that is going on. And so at that point, it's like, and I love this article because they're like, we need to find out where it stems from, how to deal with it, and how to get rid of it. It's like ridiculous. Such a broad subject. It's the equivalency of watching a child go, I want to cure world hunger and cancer and make everyone live in peace and harmony.
And everyone will love everyone and everyone will fair play.
And then the unicorns will come out of the caves and we'll all live in fantasy land.
Yes. Because legends can be now ever. It's like a fucking, it's just like such a ridiculous thing. I'm sorry the world isn't all pretty, and I'm sorry that the world will never always agree with you on what is or isn't offensive. I'm sorry that kids are gonna be fuckers, but they're going to be. I was a fucker when I was a kid.
Yes.
I had people who were fucker to me.
Yes.
Then I spread the fuckery down the line.
Yes.
And then I grew up and I realized that the fuckery was stupid. It was not, you know, and it's no longer a part of who I am. Right. Like, I when I meet someone, it's not my intention to hurt them. When I'm in a game and someone fucks up, it's not my intention to be toxic towards them. If anything, I'll just be like, look, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave this match because it's making me mad that you're feeding. It's making me mad that you're being a poor player. So I'm gonna leave, and I'll just fucking shut the game off and walk away. And I know people would say that's toxic. It's toxic of you to fucking leave your team and leave them, you know, blah blah blah. And it's like, why? Would you rather I sit there and rage at them and point out how wrong they are? I mean, I'm trying to give them tips on how to get better. They're not listening to me. We're going to lose this match.
We've been trying to surrender for 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I've played this game. I've played this mode long enough to know that we're going to lose.
Yes.
It's only a matter of time. And I'd just rather log out and go play something else right now.
Yeah.
Right? And it's that easy. It's that easy. If you got someone talking shit on you in a game, leave the fucking match.
Yeah.
Just leave. Leave. Take the fucking 5-minute penalty. Go get yourself a drink. Go smoke yourself a cigarette. Whatever you do to fucking calm down in between games. Just go relax. Fucking soak your foot in a fucking, salt bath. Like, why are you so fucking worried that these little fuckers bend to your will?
And
you will never get these little trolls to bend to your will. And every article you write, like the one on Ninja, like the one on PewDiePie, and you shine the light on this stupid thing that boils down to someone saying a fucking word.
You're just giving them more power.
You're showing these kids that this word has power. So if you want power in an online lobby, use this word. If you want power over other people and to offend other people in a lobby, use these words. Here's a fucking bold headline. Here's a fucking article in an instance of what you can say to get a lot of attention. And that's what kids want attention.
Kids want to piss you off.
That's
kids
all they want.
And trolls specifically. Like, a lot of trolls are either kids or extremely immature.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
If your whole entire existence online is to create a presence to get people so emotionally offended at what you are saying, you are very, very fucking immature. Right?
It's a dumb idea of what would be fun, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fun to sit there and say ridiculous things to people I've never met just so I can offend them.
Right, just to piss them off.
And I think if you're doing that, you are very immature. Absolutely. And there's a lot of big, dumb, immature people. I'm just going to throw that out. That aren't kids. That's the thing. Like, we're focusing on kids. But I know more kids than not that are just like us. That would just be like, no, I'm just going to mute this. I'm just not going to participate with these people anymore.
Yeah.
Because they understand at the age of 13, 14, 15, they understand that this sort of thing is stupid. Okay? Because not all kids are fucking immature and dumb. You know what I mean?
At all.
A lot of kids are just like, and you're showing them that this is how you get power. So even kids who aren't young and dumb, they'll read this article, they'll see how much attention these people are getting, how much money they're making, right? And they'll be like, you know what? Okay, that's my way up. I'll just, say horrible fucking words that are stupid, right? And that people give them power. They write articles on it. They have whole articles dedicated to fucking stupid trolls on Twitch that were using the fried chicken bucket emote as a way to fucking, like, insult black people. And it's like, those people are fucking stupid. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they had this fucking emote for a promotional with PUBG. They were giving away a free chicken dinner in real life. Because, when you win, it's winner, winner, chicken dinner in PUBG. So they were like, so if one of the streamers got it, everyone in chat was supposed to, do this chicken bucket emote. It's like, motherfucker, I like fried chicken too.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone likes fried chicken. You don't like KFC? The fuck is wrong with you?
KFC is everywhere.
But these people that are using it in this racist way are doing it to get attention. And by you taking that and doing an entire article on it, you're doing exactly what they wanted.
What is the phrase? Any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, exactly.
Even bad publicity is good publicity because your name is getting out there. And even if a lot of people are going to look at you and say, wow, this person's a piece of human shit.
Yeah.
Other people who are backwards and legitimately racist and fucked up are going to be like, oh, I like this.
Well, and I'm sure a lot of these people aren't even racist. That's the thing. At a certain point, what percentage of these people who are saying this racist shit, that it's racist?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's not racist, but how many of them are legitimately racist?
Right.
And how many of them are just doing it because you're going to do a full fucking page article and tweet it out 4 fucking times, and they look at it and they're like, haha, I did that. Look, there's an article about me, and they show it to their friends, and then their friends start doing it. Because you've given them all this power, this huge amount of power, by saying this shit that you do right here in this way, it's going to get you attention. It's going to net you a fucking full-page article, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's these people who want to combat toxism, like toxic behavior, toxic words. I'm combating toxic, the xenomorph. But this idea that these people, you're gonna fight this and you're gonna stomp it out. You're not.
You're
by
gonna
doing
find
it this
out
way.
the source of it. Like you're gonna dig into their brain and their psychological workings and find out why they're racist, why they're sexist, why they're homophobic.
You want to fight this? You need to make it so people can mute people easy, block people easy, make it so they don't have to see those people in an online lobby anymore, and then move on.
Yeah,
Stop reporting on it. Stop doing full-page articles when people do anything. Ignore it. Ignore it. Like, what has changed, right? I mean, toxicity has only gotten more, right? It's gotten bigger, grander.
Right.
What has changed? They've actually been trying to fight it.
Yeah.
And they've been trying to fight it by highlighting all of these streamers,
having
all of these
news articles on it.
How
the time.
And then it's like a broad generalization. Like there's certain people that will say like all gamers are fucking sexist. All gamers are fucking homophobic. Yeah. All gamers are racist. All gamers are all of these things. And it's like, dude, you're doing what they're doing. Right? If someone says like all black people are, all gay people are, all, you know what I mean? Something like that. It's fucked up. Right? But by saying all gamers are, you're doing the exact same fucking thing. And you're putting up on the pedestal this idea that if you are toxic, you are important. You are important to be toxic because we have a fucking entire coalition to combat you. Right? We're going to combat this. It's like, look, you just make it easy for people to mute people.
Yeah.
You tell people, look, if you're in a lobby with someone and they're saying some shit that you don't like, mute their fucking mic.
You don't even have to say that. How about
you could even have an opt-in system. So you're not automatically put into the party chat in-game.
Yeah.
Just have it be like you opt into it, like Destiny initially did. That was a great idea, in my opinion. That's a great way to combat toxism. And Uncompetitive was talking about that, and I was like, it's true. It's true. It's a way to say, okay, well, if you want to hear this shit, you have to openly put down a button and hold it down. And then on top of that, once you're in the lobby, if you don't want to hear this shit, scroll over their name, mute the motherfucker.
Yep.
Move on about your day. You don't want to see this player anymore? Block them.
Yeah.
Right? Block them.
Entirely.
It's like people complaining about hate mail that they get. Well, I did this game and then there was just like this toxic fucking teammate who was just talking shit the whole time, and then he started messaging me and I was trying to have a reasonable conversation with him. That's where you need to stop. All right? If someone's stepping at you with hate, whether it's conjured, if it's fake, if it's real, whatever it is, if someone's approaching you with hate and you're not in bodily harm, and you're in the comfort of your own home, and it's in your power to silence that person, why are you talking to them?
At that point, I blame you.
You know what I mean? I blame you just as much as them. I'm not going to say they don't have any blame.
No. But at that point, it's like, I blame you. I don't blame the companies. Like, all the companies have to do, they don't have to address it. They don't have to combat it. You don't have to have, like, this entire Fair Play Alliance. You don't have to plaster every freaking article about this type of topic. All you got to do is you give the players the options, and then you fuck off.
Yeah, you take yourself.
And then at that point, if a person is getting trolled, it's because it's their fault.
They're letting it happen.
They have the option to mute him. They have the option to walk away. They have the option to block that person, to quit playing with them. And they are feeding into that person and letting that person control their emotions, which at that point, I blame you, dude. I'm sorry.
And that's the point we're at right now, because these options are there.
Yes.
Like Christopher Castillo said, like, these options are there for you. It's simple. It's a simple scroll, click a button, click another button.
Right.
It's that easy. Block this motherfucker. Mute this motherfucker. It's that simple. Dude, playing Battleborn, I got hate all the time. Playing Smite, I got hate all the time. Right? Whether I had played poorly or I had played well and it was someone on the other team. Right? It's like, why you fucking...
Yeah.
Just salty. It happens in Dark Souls. Like, people will message us in Dark Souls when we were playing with me, you, and Chris, and they were like, fucking gank squad and pussies.
Fucking dicks.
Bunch of faggots. Yeah. It's like, good for fucking you, dude.
Go fucking kill yourself.
I never responded to a single one. I just went to the message, clicked on it, blocked user, delete message. Done! Went on about my day. Right? Because it's no longer affecting me. It wasn't affecting me to begin with.
Right.
It was a minor nuisance for me to go and click block, ignore.
Done.
But it's that simple. It's that simple of a thing. And I think just to wrap this video up, I'd like to say that that's my great belief, is that words only have as much power over you as you allow them to have. And if you don't give these words power, then they'll eventually fizzle and disappear. And I think that's something that it's something that, as a coalition of fair play companies who want to battle toxicity, you need to look at and wonder if maybe fighting fire with fire in this way, by putting them on blast, which is really just giving them publicity and turning it into a clickbait topic, you know, of toxicity in gaming, can we stop it? And like having all of these companies write articles about any instance of any bullshit, fucking racism, sexism, whatever these dumb little trolls say that is just there to offend you, and you take it and you put it on blast and you fucking front page it and you do a full article. You're paying someone to dedicate their life to fucking examining this and fucking exposing every chance they can these sorts of situations where people say dumb shit. You're giving it all power. You're giving them the power that they want. You're giving them the attention that they seek.
You're giving them more power, and not only that, but you're focusing on something that is minuscule on the scale of varying toxicity. You know, we have people who will fucking find out who you are, where you live, show up at your house, and then blow their brains out in front of the house. Like that story.
Yeah.
That is fucking harassment.
Fucked. That's the sort of thing that's toxic. That's the sort of thing that needs to be combated.
Yeah. People are fucking finding out who you are, where you live, and sending you threatening messages, showing up at your house, or doing that type of deal. And it's like to a point where you can't block them no matter what you do. You're going to find out some sort of communication from this person because he is at that point stalking you, him or her, you know?
Yeah.
But at that point, that is harassment.
That is real shit.
That is toxicity. That is against the law.
That is real shit.
And that is the type of shit we need to focus on.
But this idea that I also want to, before we exit this video, I also want to say this idea that giving the players the ability to flag people as toxic, to flag people as, you know, beginner or whatever, by giving people more options to flag people, you're also giving the trolls more options to flag people. So say they're trolling somebody, the guy's super upset, they get everyone else in the group to flag him as toxic. He's not toxic, he's just giving into this troll, feeding him, arguing with a fucking child in order to gain what? An upper hand against a child? At what point do you realize that that's very childish? To try to gain the upper hand over a child being a child. And by giving them those tools, you're giving the trolls those tools as well, right? And I think there doesn't need to be any more tools than just a block and a, you know, like ban. Like, just let me ban a player from my list.
Yeah.
I'll never,
Ignore
if I'm playing a game, I don't want to get this teammate ever again, give me that option. Give me the option to mute people. Give me the option to opt in to voice chat to begin with. Give people all of these options. And if they're still offended by these things, the problem is on them.
Right.
They're the ones getting upset about, for just the sake of getting upset.
Then it falls on their feet.
So, I don't know. Those are our thoughts on the coalition to combat
The Fair Play
toxicism.
Alliance.
Me and Chubbz are starting our own Fair Play Alliance to combat Toxic, the player, our friend.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Toxic, we coming for you, bro. We just can't handle your xenomorphic nature.
Your blood is toxic.
I used to sing that to Toxic, the Power Rangers song.
Toxic xenomorphers.
He fucking morphs and Toxics and Xenos. Just to fucking be like, Jesus, Jack, shut the fuck up. See, but that's toxic of me, right? Like, that's toxic of me to sing a song, to joke with my friend, you know. And like, he wasn't really upset about it, you know what I mean? He's just like, shut the fuck up, Jax, you know, like playing along with it. And so it's like, that's, you know, some people, you never know what they're gonna be offended by. And we've created this environment, not only online with gaming, not only online with social media, it's beginning to stretch into the real world, where people feel like it's okay to be offended by shit. Because those are the people that are championed. The people who are offended by shit are championed. And the people offending people, whether intentional or not, are put on the dirt as a worm, as a fucking toxic, like piece of shit. And it's like, can't we just play some fucking games?
Yeah.
Can't we just live our fucking lives without worrying about what other people are doing with theirs? And that's on both sides. Like, fuck people who are sincerely racist. Fuck people who are sincerely homophobic. Get over your fucking self, right? Get over yourself. Fucking realize that this world doesn't exist at your fucking behest, right? This world exists independent of you. You are a grain of sand. That is all you fucking are. So how dare you think that your grain is more important than any other grain, and any other grain is any different than yours? Fuck you for that. And that's the thing, like, at the same note, fuck you for letting people control your emotions.
Especially
by getting offended by dumbass trolls. Fuck you too.
Especially when you have all the options in place to stop communication with this person.
Exactly. Like, let's all just smoke a fucking bag of weed and relax.
Right.
Right? Let's just all chill the fuck out. Have a fucking drink. Have a beer. Relax. Realize that you're alive today, and that's a beautiful fucking thing to be able to say. Say that you can make this world a better place, right? And do it in your own little circle. Don't think you can change the fucking nature of humanity, because you fucking can't. You can only change the nature of your humanity and those that are close to you. Focus on that. And let these fucking idiots fucking trail out in their kiddie pool of fucking depth, right, with their fucking floaties on, and let them fucking struggle to swim, because they will. They'll struggle to fucking swim. In a world where you want to base your opinion on people off of looks, you're gonna have a fucking hard life.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have a hard fucking life, and you're gonna have an empty, shallow life.
And it shows your
because
intelligence.
There's so many interesting people that will not look like you, that will have lessons to give you, that you will take and carry on and, hold in your heart and pass on to other people. And that's the beauty of humanity. And that's what toxic behavior, it's meant to take that and twist it and fuck people up with fucking words and make people get offended and fucking make people, it's all just bullshit. It's all just air. It's all crap. It doesn't need to be given the sort of attention that it's been given. Mute a motherfucker. Block a motherfucker. Move on with your life. Smile. Tell someone you love that you love them, why you love them. And let's just all chill the fuck out about this. That's it for me. Chubbz, you got anything you want to end with?
Nah.
You sure?
Yeah.
No. Say something.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. We fucking love you. Like I said, don't let this shit get to you. It's not worth it. Don't let anyone control what goes on inside of you, because that's all you really have at the end of the day. You don't have anything else except for what you can do with what's inside you. That's the most important thing. Don't let anyone fuck with that. And if someone seeks to fuck with that, cut them out of your fucking life. Till next time, everybody. Jax Chubbz, love ya.
Peace out, guys.